AXIS is a found percussion group with added instruments, and it's cool because it's using stuff that the kids wouldn't normally play, different various instruments, garbage cans, buckets. We're bringing in guitars, we're bringing in vocals, and it gives the kids another way to express themselves without having written specific music. In AXIS, I am a trombone player. I'm on staff at the high school, so it's kind of nice to come and play with the kids every once in a while because I don't think they realize that as a music teacher, I also perform.
AXIS to me is it's a huge concoction. I look at it. As an instrumentalist, you're learning how all of these things can come together, where you're listening to each other, and that's the key thing. Because if you're not listening to each other, it's not gonna come together.
AXIS started 4 years ago under John Belia. They get to explore something that they're passionate about. What do I expect from the future is that these students one day touch the lives of other people. Whatever students' lives we touch can only be multiplied by the amount of people's lives that they touch. His talents combined with our talents have really made this program what it is.
R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T, take S-E-C-B, you just hit me with the...
Well, for me it's a very different experience because just singing in a chorus or a choir, you're just singing, you're singing your part and that's about it. But when you're singing with AXIS, it gives you room to be different. It's just so much fun. It's a group of very talented young musicians and they know what they're doing and it's beautiful.
My sister did it and I was very interested in what she did. And now out of it I can experience more things. I can finally multitask with two things that I like is when I play the instrument and when I sing. Kind of switching back and forth and just singing my heart out.
The program really helped me branch off from reading music all the time. I used to be a music bookworm per se, and I could never take my eyes off the music no matter what when it came to, just playing music from the heart, not reading music, improvising, and that's something I've never been able to do before until this program.
What's wonderful about AXIS is it creates, or it allows for a level of creativity that most other formal musical structures can't allow. In the parent-teacher conferences last night, there were a few band parents who talked about the band, the chorus, and music access. So it's become among the musical community of Hackensack High School and Hackensack School District.
I do sound. I control the volumes, and what happens is we have a bunch of mics on stage that go through a system over there, so it kind of funnels down to that system, and then we control specifics over there. That comes to over here, and then we control a whole section. So the brass will be on one section, and then the vocals on another, and we kind of just match them, make sure it sounds nice. You don't work with a group every day that bangs on buckets and cans and stuff to make nice music. Like we made a drum set out of garbage, and it sounds like a legit drum set. So I mean, it's very, very interesting, very unique program. I haven't seen this anywhere else, and I had a lot of fun.
AXIS is this group of young musicians who get together collaboratively and just create music outside of what you would do in school or class. Last year's AXIS compared to this year is more complex and complicated music. You know, we're playing classic rock now, and stuff like that. So it is a little bit outside of what we're used to, but it's good.
Well, my participation in this project was to really act as, if I may say so, a technical advisor. Well, we definitely collaborated on, if I recall, the big drum set with the garbage cans and the Tide detergent bottles, and we made that rack. I remember we collaborated on, there was a dish with the little beer cap. I built the platforms so that the musicians could kind of stand on the background while the audience was able to see really everybody. I really enjoyed myself. I didn't think I would be involved in anything like this. You know, I looked at these guys in the city, but this was one step further. This was taking something that's a little bit further out of the ordinary and making it musical. So I was glad to be involved in it.
Get along well with everybody else in the group. Like everybody, I know everybody already as it is, so everybody's my friend even before we started AXIS. So it's been pretty easy just, going along with the music.
Mr. Belia is kind of a character. He brings the craziness, but the mellowness together. He has a sense of control and teaches us the things in a fun way, but when we need to be serious, we're serious.
The way I see it is it's urban, it's grassroots, it's taking everyday objects and seeing what value is in them to create a different type of rhythm and sound. It's 21st century music.
On May 26, 2010, at 7 p.m. in the auditorium, you can come to Hackensack High School and get the full experience of AXIS.